Hi guys, and welcome back to the VGC strategy channel, where I'm trying to ladder up with a Perish Trap team. So let's get right to it and see what kind of opponent we have to face. So we've already had 3 losses so far, but most of them have been against pretty good opponents, so I expect we should still be able to consistently increase our rating, at least for the time being, at least until we get to sort of 17 or 1800s. Okay, so we find ourselves facing an Aegis slash Talonflame Kangaskhan. Okay, so I'm fairly tempted to bring... no, I'm gonna bring Dugong on this match because Scrafty is not going to have a fun time against Sylveon. Yeah, so let's go with the same combo we've been trying before. And if I can get the Hyper Voice disabled from Sylveon, we should be alright. Also, if I bring this Scrafty, I don't have the option of not using Perish Song with Gengar, which is something I try to avoid. If he does end up having a lead, which is favorable for Scrafty, I can always switch him in while I protect with Gengar, so let's see what he goes for. Okay, so Sylveon Talonflame. So I think I should be alright-ish against the Hyper Voice. As long as he doesn't... well, if he quick guards, that's okay too. It'll end up being the same thing. I think a Spec Shadow Ball will probably kill my Gengar, but by that time I'll already have it up, so... Okay, so he protects with the Talonflame. Interesting choice. If I'd faked out the Sylveon there, he would have been in huge trouble. Okay, so I think what I'll do here is switch in my Scrafty. And with the Intimidate, I should be able to survive a Brave Bird while I disable the Hyper Voice. I hope I'm right on my damage calcs here, because without the Choice Band I don't think he will be able to KO with Brave Bird from that range. Yeah, so that ended up being the right call, fortunately. Okay, so now that I have that disabled, that's very helpful, so I'll bring in my Gothitelle now. Oh. Okay. Well, he actually is very likely to attack the Scrafty now, but that's okay, I'll just get up my Trick Room. I don't really want to set up the next Perish Song with Gengar because he's on low HP, so getting the speed advantage here will be nice. Okay, so let's see what he brings in next. The Rotom? Okay, that should be okay to deal with. A Rotom and Aegislash, right. So let's see. My Scrafty is slower than his Aegislash because it's minimum speed, but I don't know if he knows that. I really want to get in my Dugong, and I'm gonna try support it with the Heal Pulse as well. If I get that off, I should be okay. I'm not sure what he's gonna try here, but I think this should hopefully be okay. Hopefully just goes for a straightforward Shadow Ball, then I'll be okay. Okay, yeah, so he didn't try to overthink it here. I might get a Thunderbolt into Dugong, but that's not really an issue. I should be able to take that. Yeah, so that looks like it's alright. I'm not gonna try and overthink it here, just gonna Heal Pulse the Dugong again. And since I have 4 Pokemon left now, that should be enough to close out the game. I think on the next turn I'll try and knock off the Aegislash, maybe catch him by surprise. Okay, that might be a small issue. Let's see. Right, do I want to bring in Gengar here? Yeah. So I'm gonna bring in Gengar. So I basically just need to stall out some turns, which I think I should be able to manage. I could have tried to disable the Thunderbolt, but then if I get fully paralyzed I risk losing the Dugong, so I didn't really want to do that. Okay, so at this point I'm pretty much safe, so I can lose both of mine this turn. Oh, looks like our opponent disconnected here. Okay, so I guess he didn't like the Perish Trap. Alright, so let's move on to our second battle of the day then. I'm not sure what's going on. I hope it's not my internet connection which is acting up, but we'll see. Seems to be taking quite some time to find our next opponent. Okay, so we've got a 1500 player from Portugal. Okay, with a very interesting team of lots of fairies and dark types. So the threats to my team, I guess I would say, would be everything bar the Togekiss and Umbreon. I don't really want to lead the Scrafty on this one because of the Gardevoir. At the same time, yes, I do want to lead it because I'm going to switch it into the Dugong as the low pony Gardevoir combo might otherwise give me some trouble. It means that Dugong will have to take a Hyper Voice, but so be it. Okay, so he ends up leading with Togekiss. Right. Okay, so that's not bad. Means I get the Intimidate off and I can switch in my Dugong. I assume he's aiming for a... Actually... yeah, I don't want to take any damage on my Gengar, so I'll just protect for the time being. Because he does get scrappy in Mega form, so I don't really want to get Thunder Waved or something strange like that. Even if he does double up into the Dugong, that means I can fake out Parry Song next turn, and at -2 I should be able to get the rest of my team going after that. Let's see. Fake out or... I expect some attack on the Gengar. Not sure what yet, but we'll see. Maybe an Air Slash onto the Scrafty. Okay, so what? Is he Thunder Waving me? Or just an Air Slash? Okay. Alright, so it looks like we're in good shape now. Don't think there's much he can do to stop us now. A Thunder Wave, I guess, would be the most inconvenient move, but we'll see. It's not very common. Oh, he does have a Thunder Wave. But he uses on the Dugong. Okay. Right. So, the question is... I'm guessing the Togekiss is going to paralyze my Gengar next. So... who do I want to be paralyzed? That's the question. Well, actually, I'll switch in Gothitelle here, because I might get a fighting attack into it. And have Scrafty getting paralyzed is not the end of the world. Okay, so he does call that correctly though. I guess if I'd protected that would have worked out pretty poorly for him, but I guess he called that switch. It's a brave move. Right, so I guess I'll go for my Trick Room now. Looks like he's finally stopped with his Thunder Waving. Well, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, that's gonna hurt. What is he doing? He's trying to predict things that are not actually happening. Alright. I would like him to be at full HP for the next turn. It's quite impressive how he managed to get the high jump kick calls against a team that should be protecting all the time, so... Okay, so he's making the right predicts, but I guess at the moment he just doesn't have the team to counter me. And then next turn I could potentially switch into Scrafty if necessary. I mean, I think I'm in very good shape unless I get paralyzed on the next turn. That would be inconvenient, but it depends what he has left, I suppose. Okay, Umbreon, so I don't think he's going to be able to do much then. Ah. The Gardevoir is annoying though, because... yeah. Gonna try and get the Perish Song off. But that might not work. If I'm fully paralyzed, then maybe I can disable the Hyper Voice. That would also be okay. Okay, so I've got the Hyper Voice off, so I think then I should be set. Okay. Curse. The one nice thing about Perish Trap teams is that stalling tactics like this or a minimized chance you have absolutely no chance. They need to hit hard and hit fast, or they're probably going to lose. Oh, now that I was talking, I didn't actually pay attention to what move he used. Actually, no, let's just double protect here. Oh, wait, no, I just protected with him, didn't I? Alright, so I'll just rest up. And protect with the Dugong. I want to actually disable him, because I assume it's Scarf or Specs, but I forgot what move he used, so... Oh, okay, so it was Moonblast. Okay, so I'll bring in my Scrafty now and try to disable it, but at this point I've pretty much got the game set. Okay, Rocky Helmet. Okay, so we were right that the Gardevoir was choiced, which I guess makes sense. If you don't have a Mega Stone, that's what it should be. Okay, so that brings us slightly closer to 1600, and I guess once we get to about 1700, the battle should start being a bit more interesting, so hopefully that won't take us too long.